Every week I slide in, break it down just right. Talking boats with the passion that I bring to the mic. From the big time plays to the moments we grind. You know I'm keeping it honest, that real talk every time. I've been watching this team since way back then, and now I'm riding with my people through the losses and wins. When you pull up to the show, you know what you gon' get. 4630 in the building, Chargers fan represent.
Chargers talk 4630, yeah, we break it down clean. Real fans, real talk, everything in between. From the field to the fans, every moment we see. Turn it up, tune in, it's the place to be.
Chargers talk, Chargers talk, Chargers talk, Chargers talk, Chargers talk.
Yeah, let's ride. Check out Stacy on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. And also don't forget about BoCap immediately following each Chargers game.
This episode of Chargers Talk 4630 is brought to you by Zevo Life, the exclusive patented superfood changing the way people fuel their bodies. Now listen, if you're looking for a game-changing way to improve your health, Zevo Life is the world's most nutrient-dense whole plant. We're talking over 50% plant protein, essential amino acids, fiber, and powerful antioxidants, all in one natural source. Just 1 teaspoon a day supports your gut, boosts your energy, and promotes healthier skin and hair. And the best part, people everywhere are giving it a 5-star review because it works. So if you're ready to feel the difference, head over to Zevo.life and start your journey with their 30-day risk-free guarantee. And because you're a loyal listener of this podcast, you get an exclusive 30% discount. Just use my code ChargeTalk4630 at checkout. That's without the R. That's ChargeTalk4630. Take control of your health today with Zevo Life. Your body will thank you. Good morning and happy Friday to all of you. I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope you enjoyed watching those games yesterday. Welcome to Chargers Talk 4630. This is Stacy. Thank you for joining me right here on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. If you enjoy this podcast, please like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny. It's free, but it goes a long way in helping this podcast grow. I truly appreciate all the engagement, all the conversations, and all the support. So keep it coming. Okay, so let's get into this us versus them conversation I want to have. Now, as you all know, I've been pretty active on social media and on this podcast talking about the lack of coverage that the Chargers get. And they've been asking me, why do you feel like the media is so unfair to the Chargers? So today, I want to take some time and really explain more in detail because I've been sitting with this for a minute. And the more I watch the coverage, the more I listen to the national shows, the more I realize something really simple. This has always been us versus them. And when I say them, I'm not talking about another team. I'm not talking about the Chiefs fans or Raider fans or Bronco fans. That's all football stuff. I'm talking about ESPN. I'm talking about the NFL Network. And I'm talking about Fox Sports 1. This isn't me asking for respect because the media don't give a damn about me. This is me challenging the conversation and challenging the narrative. Chargers football versus the national media. And yes, I'm ready to go there because these networks, whether they admit it or not, they have never known what to do with the Chargers. Think about it. Every single week, the Chargers win a game, and it's never framed as, wow, that's a well-coached and disciplined football team. It's always, well, the other team made mistakes. Well, maybe they caught a break. Maybe the Chargers got lucky. But when the Chargers lose, oh, now it's a referendum on the entire franchise. Now, that's not by accident. That's a narrative. And the reason is simple. The Chargers don't fit the story that they want to tell because the networks want quarterback matches. And what I mean by that is they want Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. They want Lamar Jackson versus Joe Burrow. They want the same stars. They want the same franchises, and they want the same old teams. They want something they could sell fast. And the Chargers, they don't sell fast food football. They sell grown man football. Look at this team under Jim Harbaugh. There's no gimmicks, no social media circus, no fake swagger. It's about line play, situational football, and not beating yourself. And that makes people uncomfortable, especially people whose job depends on excitement over substance. Now, let's talk specifics. Take that win earlier this season against the Minnesota Vikings. The Chargers controlled the game from start to finish. Time of possession, physicality, execution. It wasn't flashy, but it was dominant. Listen, I know you all went to the sport networks the next day because you wanted to hear the thoughts on how well the Chargers played, right? We all do that after the game. But what did we hear the next morning? We didn't hear the Chargers impose their will. We didn't hear the Chargers dictated the pace. No. Instead, we heard about what the other team didn't do. When you dominate somebody quietly, it messes with the narrative. It don't leave room for hot takes. And this team has been doing that all season. Look at Justin Herbert. If he played in Buffalo or Kansas City, we'd be hearing MVP talk nonstop. But because he doesn't jump around, because he doesn't self-promote, he doesn't chase attention, he's not on social media, they downplay him. Yet week after week, he's making throws that maybe 3 quarterbacks on the planet can make. 3rd and long, no problem. Late game situations, no problem. He takes a hit, gets back up, and goes right back to work. How many times have you heard them say he's not clutch? How many times have you heard them say he doesn't get it done late in games? Check this out. Since coming into the league, Justin Herbert has 15 fourth-quarter comebacks and 19 game-winning drives. That's second only to Patrick Mahomes. But the narrative they push is he's not clutch because of the 2 playoff losses. False narratives. See, you'll hear that on here because we report facts. We report the truth. You will never hear the national media say that. Instead, they'll say he's not clutch and he hasn't proven anything. But yet, with all due respect, they'll put Drake May over him, although he hasn't accomplished anything himself. Okay, let's move on to the next subject. Let's talk about Jim Harbaugh, because this is where it really gets interesting. The networks say they respect him, but they don't embrace what he brings, because Jim Harbaugh doesn't coach for clips. He coaches to win in January. That's why you see the Chargers winning games where they don't look perfect. That's when you see them close games out instead of letting teams hang around. How many times in the past did we say, here we go again? Same old Chargers. But last year and this year, it feels different, don't it? And the networks don't know how to pivot because chaos is easy to talk about. But let's be honest. The Chargers being good messes up their roadmap. They want the AFC to be a 2-team or 3-team league. They want the playoffs to be pre-written. But the Chargers don't care about their roadmaps. They show up, they line up, and they make you uncomfortable. And here's the funny part. They say Chargers football won't draw ratings. But you know what really does draw ratings? Predictability. And the Chargers are the most inconvenient truth in the AFC right now. They'll tell you that the Chargers' last 5 games of the season were against Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, Texans, and Broncos was brutal, and the Chargers was going to lose them all. Well, after the first 3 games, they defeat the Eagles, the Chiefs, and the Cowboys. And you got the Texans Saturday. Now, I'll tell you what they won't. They will never admit it, but nobody wants to see the Chargers either. They don't want to deal with that defense. They don't want to deal with that physicality. And they don't want to deal with a quarterback who doesn't panic. And you definitely don't want to deal with a coach who lives for moments like this. So, yeah, let ESPN keep hyping the same matchups. Let the NFL Network act surprised every time the Chargers win a game. Let Fox Sports pretend they didn't see it coming. But Charger fans, especially the ones that have been with me the last 2 years, they heard it daily to the point where some probably got tired of hearing it. So we seen it coming. We watched this team grow. We watched them learn how to close. We watched the culture change, and we like being the underdogs. Because underdogs don't play with fear. They play with edge. And when I look at this Chargers team, I see edge everywhere. Tuli Pelotu, he plays with an edge. Denzel Perriman, he plays with an edge. Khalil Mack, he plays with an edge. Derwin James, he plays with an edge. Tony Jefferson, he plays with an edge. Amarian Hampton, he plays with an edge. Justin Herbert, yeah, even him, he plays with an edge too. And when you add all that up, you got a mean, tough, and physical team. They don't need validation. They don't need manufactured hype. They don't need to be embraced by the machine. They just need the football, the moment, and an opponent. So if the networks ever want to catch up, great. And if they don't, that's fine too. The Chargers will just keep stacking wins while they keep rewriting scripts. Because when it's all said and done, nobody's going to remember who got the most studio time. They're going to remember who showed up when it mattered. And the Chargers, they've been showing up. So let me close out with this. This isn't about bitterness. This isn't about wanting approval. And it's definitely not about begging for attention. This is about understanding the game that's being played between us and them. See, the networks are going to cover what they want to cover. They're going to push the stories that are easiest to sell and the ones that they think are going to move ratings. That's their world. But our world is different. Our world is about a team that lines up every week and earns everything it gets. A team that doesn't talk loud and doesn't chase cameras. A team that doesn't need a story to validate what's actually happening on the football field. So if they want to keep sleeping on the Chargers, that's fine. If they want to act surprised every time this team shows up, that's fine too. Because while they're busy shaping narratives, this team is building something real. And as fans, we don't need to defend it. We don't need to explain it. We just need to watch it unfold. So yes, it's us versus them. And we're perfectly comfortable right where we are. Because when it matters the most, when the lights are the brightest, and when the games mean everything, win, lose, or tie, the Chargers will be ready. And we'll be right here watching it happen. Thank you all for joining me today. And again, I'm wishing you all a very Merry Christmas. And let's get ready for that rematch tomorrow against the Texans and Chargers. Like, share, and subscribe, and we will talk again after the game. Bolt up.